friends of Svbony, nice to meet you and long time no see. Okay, long time no say. Hi everyone, you can feel free to say hi here in the comment area. And welcome to our Amazon new product launch live stream. And my name is Nancy, and besides me is Mike, who everyone really likes. We are very happy to spend the upcoming live stream time with you. Today, we will introduce 3 of Svbony's latest astronomical optical products. We will not only introduce the products, but also showcase some amazing works captured using these products. Please looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's right. And in addition, what Nancy mentioned, and we have invited 2 friends to join our live streaming. They are both experienced astronomy enthusiasts, and they will share a lot of exciting content in this live streaming, and including their experiences using their 3 new products and showcasing the works. And after sharing, and we also have set up a dedicated Q&A session, and you can post it and any astronomy related questions in the comment section. And also along with our 2 influencers will answer your questions.
In addition, we have prepared discount codes for each of the 3 new products. By using the discount codes, you can enjoy the corresponding offers. Later, I will ask our colleagues backstage to post the product links and the corresponding discount codes in a comment section, so you can click to learn more and grab a chance.
Okay, before we move on to the next part of the live streaming, and let's talk about the advantages of our Amazon. And we have direct stores of the Amazon stores or Svbony, and as everyone knows, Amazon is one of the largest shopping platforms in the world, and why it's so popular. And first, let's talk about the logistics and delivery, which is also one most important points of everyone. And our Svbony Amazon stores logistics system is very strong, and it has its own warehouses, and so the customer purchase items, and so it can ship much more quickly. So that's why we stored a lot of products in our Svbony on our Amazon stores. And our 3 new products, and SV535 and SV545 and SC571CC, and will arrive to our overseas warehouses gradually in early April. And when you purchase our products, you will be receive them relatively quickly and more. And the Amazon logistic information is very transparent, and you can check the order status at any time and as the web or website, and from shipping and transit to delivery at your door. So everything is very clear, and so if there are delays due to the weather or traffic, you will be also notified, so you don't need to worry about the losing or not finding your package.
Yeah, let me talk about our after-sales services. That is very important reason why many friends choose Amazon. Most products on Amazon support the returns without reason, and the return process is very simple and fast. It can save you a lot of trouble. For example, if you buy an astronomical telescope and find at home that some accessories are missing or it doesn't meet your needs, you can request a return or exchange within the specific time. Compared with other platforms, it provides much more sense of security and assurance, so you can choose Amazon, no worries, something. And the payment experience is also a highlight of Amazon. Our fees, including the taxes, are clear and transparent. For example, all products sold on Amazon Europe include VAT. Or overall, if you care most about the fast delivery, worry-free after-sales service, and price transparency, Amazon is a more reliable and convenient choice. It's a faster shipping and easy return process provider. Very real assurance when purchasing precision optical instruments. Also, to add a note, the SC571CC astronomy camera is only the only one IMX571 camera available for sale on Amazon. We provide a 1-year warranty and a 30-day return policy without return. That means from the day you open your parcel, you have a totally 1 month to find a good day to try it first. And purchasing the SC571CC on Amazon is more convenient and secure.
So, okay, as Nancy has mentioned, and about some of the advantages of the purchasing Svbony products on Amazon, and we'll introduce our community events, and to let everyone experience the real use of our 3 new products, and we will hold our Facebook community event on the March 16th. And this event will focus on our Svbony 3 new products, and the participation is very simple. And during event period, you can share content related to any of the new 3 products of our SV535, SV545, and or SC571CC. And on the community page, for example, you can share the trail experiences and product features and or works captured with the new products. And when posting our content, please use their exclusive hashtag Svbony product new products, and with the hashtag we will precisely see every participant high quality sharing and won't miss any of your amazing works.
And the event will continue until April 15, so you still have some days to prepare and participate in that. There are no restrictions on the type of the content you can share, so feel free to post your beautiful works. You can also discuss product features and your real user experiences. As long as it's related to the 3 new products, it qualifies for the participation. And all the friends, we have 15 here, get involved actively. Of course, the prizes and the benefits everyone cares about are also arranged. You can join our Facebook group, and the name is Svbony Astrophotograph Group. The event will take place in this group, and we will also update more details and information about the valuable prizes there. You can check it now.
Okay, finally, let me emphasize the regional restrictions of participation because of the our products are Amazon's limitations. So the event is only being open to friends to North American and the European, most of the European countries like the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the Netherlands, and most of the European countries. If you meet the region requirements, please be sure to seize the opportunity and don't miss the exclusive benefits. And of course, and recently our Svbony on March, and we have the series of the promotions, and most of the promotions of the spring promotions will going on. And the European Amazon spring sales has already started. And you can search for Svbony Amazon store to pick up your favorite products. And the maximum discount for this European spring sales is 65%. So, for example, like our most popular SV535, the zooming eyepieces. Right now we have the very big discount because of the for the clearance, and so grab it now. And if you miss a spring spell, the next big discount will only come to during the maybe under July the Prime Day. So there will be another quarter time, and so. And of course, the Northern American spring sales on Amazon will take place at the end of March, and so don't miss that either.
Okay, next it's time to connect with our 2 friends. Yes, you are looking forward to that, I know. Before we do that, let me briefly introduce them. They are Patrick and Frank. They are not only experienced astronomy enthusiasts, but also seasoned YouTubers. Their YouTube channels are Heavenly Backyard Astronomy and SETI Astro. The name one more time is Heavenly Backyard Astronomy and SETI Astro. And we will post the channel links in the comment section. So if you are interested, you must can click and follow them.
Okay. So first of all, let's first connect with Frank. And Frank is which is the channel of the YouTube channel of the SETI Astro. And okay, let's connect. Hi, Frank. How are you doing?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you very clearly. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear everyone.
Okay, no problems. So as this is SETI Astro and Frank, and Frank already tested our new products, our SV535, and with very small and dedicated astronomy designed lens, and for this one, and also our cameras of the our newest cameras of the SC571CC cameras. And so we invited here Frank to share about his experiences about these cameras and this. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so I'll have a dedicated video coming out for them. I'm still it's still on the back of my scope, so it is small enough. I was able to just piggyback it on top of my my larger 10-inch imaging Newt, and I'm actually using the Newt as the guide camera for the 535, which seems a little backwards, but that's currently what I'm doing. The weather hasn't been too great, but you know, running through the paces, taking dark exposures, taking flats, looking at the corners, the corner stars especially, right? That's really what you're going to want out of a fast little lens like that you have a nice flat field across the whole image. And so far, I'm taking some exposures by the Rosette Nebula and associated surrounding, right? Since it is a smaller telescope with a wide aperture, you really can see a bunch of stuff, right? It's not really zoomed in. You're taking these broader images of parts of the sky, which is almost completely new to me. I've always done very tiny objects, and it's really cool seeing some of these objects in a broader picture. But if you want, I could share some data and stuff I've been gathering. All right. Let me see if I can do that.
Let's see what data you get. Okay.
I think it's this one. Nope. Yeah. Can you guys see that?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it's kind of zoomed out. Okay. So I did take, and I got a bunch of statistics up here. But for the 60-second darks, this is, I'll make it bigger. This is the image for master darks on the 571. And you can see there's really, like you said, there's no amp glow across it. It's really flat, and very few hot pixels. And something I was really looking for was any banding across it, which some sensors you can kind of get in the dark frames and stuff like that. So really didn't see much of anything in the dark, and the statistics are all really low for it. And then on a whim, I did take some 900-second exposures. Like if I was going to be doing some deep imaging, I would normally be taking 900-second exposures. So I got a dark with that too. And again, we're really not seeing a whole lot of anything. It's just really stochastic random noise, which is really good to see on a dark. And then if you're looking at actual statistics for it, the variance in the MAD is just staggering low for a 900-second flat. And compared to some other cameras I've had in the past, where there's quite a lot more going on, the flats or the dark's really nice. And then for such a fast little refractor, I was really curious to see what the flat would end up looking like too. And so here's the master flat for it. This is the combination of the camera and the telescope. So APC size sensor on the really fast little refractor, and here's the flat. It's pretty, I mean, it's pretty uniform as far as flats go, and I'm sure others have seen some very crazy flats. And if you just pull up like the histogram for it, there's not a whole lot of spread. So yeah, the channels are misaligned, which is totally normal. Anybody doing astrophotography would notice that. But the width of each of those humps isn't crazy wide. So that's really telling you that there's not a whole lot of vignetting, and you can see that too, right? There's really not a whole lot of vignetting, which is nice to see. And then well, and I was concerned because I didn't know if I'd get some of my imaging newt OTA in the field of view or not, and I didn't, so that's fine. This is a raw stack of, I think, 500 1-minute exposures. And you can see I got some stacking artifacts in there real quick. I mean, this is just the master. So if you want, I'll just go ahead and crop this down really, really quick so we can look at the corners and stuff for the stars. And on my crop tool, you can see that of the area there a little bit better, but just give me 1 second. Let this finish. Okay. And we don't want a linked stretch right now. And so this was my master, and you can see I got some gradient on it, which, you know, it is to be expected. You know, this is just the master coming out of the scope, and unfortunately I didn't have good weather during the new moon, so there is quite a moon cast going on with this. But if we want to look at the corners, we could do that here, and I think this is probably really what the people are going to want to see, right? This is so all corners. So again, APS-C size sensor on a very fast refractor. You guys will have to remind me. It's really fast for its size. But the corner stars, with the exception of this lower left one, which has just a little bit of elongation, like if I zoom really far in, you can see just a little bit of aberration in that corner. For the most part, all the other corner stars are looking really good. And the thing is, I don't have any robotic focusing on this. So in the evening, I'm really just kind of setting the focus and seeing how well it holds focus throughout the night. So as far as that goes, holding focus, and then to just have this very slight, again, this is just the raw master, no sharpening, no nothing, have just this little slight aberration, specifically down this one corner. I mean, that speaks to the combination of the telescope and this camera together can take these really broader views of the night sky and be able to have sharp stars all the way to the corners. And then important for me, again, since I didn't have any robotic focusing on it, the fact that it can hold focus pretty much throughout the whole imaging session really was great. And if I just kind of remove this gradient here quick, we can see really kind of more broadly what this particular image is looking like. And here's now with the gradient removed, you can see a lot more what's going on. There's, the rosettes down in here. Again, this is just a display stretch, no processing done. There's a lot of dark nebulosity up in here and over by the rosette. So there's going to be a lot of cool things we're going to be able to see in here besides, zooming in on the rosette and even seeing structure down in there. Again, this is, I think, just a 35 millimeter aperture on this little scope. And then we can go over, this is the Christmas tree nebula. You could see it here and the surrounding area. And I mean, normally this is done in narrow band. So I was just wide open, no filter at all. You get a bunch of this reflection nebula and stuff up in there. Same, a big reflection nebula.
Hello, Frank. Maybe there's some problems about your mic, and we can hear you right now. Yes, your internet is a little buffering, and right now we cannot hear you from your side. Maybe there are no voice right now.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, right now it's okay. Right now it's okay.
All right, we'll switch to a different microphone, even though this one's worse. What did you guys hear?
But the internet is a little buffering. It's a little voice buffering.
Oh, okay. What did you hear last? I was talking for a while.
The last is about this picture from the beginning of this new picture.
Okay. So again, this is the combination of the 571 camera and the little telescope, and it's like a completely different field of view for me. I'm used to taking very short or very tight in images, and I just wanted to show that this is the whole area, and like even just with a display stretch, there's no processing here, right? You could see detail right down into the rosette. There's a bunch of nebulosity coming off the rosette. Even over here, there's like the Christmas tree nebula, where you guys may recognize that. But a lot of people do that in narrowband. This has no filter on it. So you can see a bunch of reflection nebula in here, a bunch of this dark nebula, this huge swath of just nebulosity going over this whole thing, another reflection nebula. So I'm really excited to finish this project and really get a whole bunch of, well, this was essentially like a night and a half's worth of data. It wasn't a whole lot, and it was kind of during the full moon. So I want to finish this. I'm taking a whole nother image of a different area of the sky as well, and then I'll be able to really make a real video talking about the darks, the statistics behind them, the flats, and then my experience with, you know, the whole imaging process, and importantly, really how nice the stars are way up into the corners, right? That I already showed with the image peaker, but to have such a wide field of view on a very fast refractor, this refractor is very, very fast. So it's just really easy to work with. You just point it to the sky and start taking pictures, and it just comes together for you. Well, that's what I had with the new camera and the new telescope. So still in the middle of capturing data for it to make a proper standalone video. But I thought I'd share this for the live stream, kind of where I was at and all the data behind it.
Okay. Frankie is still testing out these new cameras and new cameras together with the SC571CC, and which is APS-C sensors, SC571C cameras. And this one little lens is really fast, as Frank has introduced, and it's really fast. It's only f2.8. And so it's a very fast lens, and of course this small lens also not only for the deep space dedicated cameras, and also is a very perfect lens for DSLRs. And maybe in the later, Frankie can try some DSLRs, because a lot of the people who just entered into their deep sky astrophotography, they usually don't have their dedicated cameras and for deep space, and they're usually using their DSLRs, some modified DSLRs. And I think it's a smaller lens, and this one is very perfect small lens, and especially designed for their deep space astrophotography, because it's specially designed for the focusing, and especially for the far distance, like deep skies. And so thanks a lot for introduction of the Frank's introduction about our SC571CCs, and also SV535, and as the picture shows, and it's a much more wide field, and you can see the picture of those and their this picture is really wide, and can including a lot of the nebulars, because besides the rosette, also the Christmas trees. And so this small lens is much more for wide field. Please let's Frank have a short test, and we will invite another friends of Frank, friends of Patrick, and their heavenly backyard astronomy to introduce to their SV545. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Patrick.
Good morning. Right. Well, good evening to you. Good morning from us. There's my 545.
Yeah. Okay. As Patrick has take a lot of the good picture, also captured a lot of the pictures by our SV545. So okay, here we go. Patrick, and please share your works about this little telescope. Okay.
Little but powerful.
Yeah.
I do have some pictures, and backing up with the Rosette Nebula. See if I can bring this up over here. I have it over here in the buffer, and I need to share it. How do I share it? No. Okay, there it is. This is the Heart Nebula that I had taken with the 545, and I pointed it to the Heart Nebula, and I got the Heart and Soul Nebula. The wide field of view from this camera is just amazing, to tell you the truth. And the stars on the edges and in the corners, they were round all the way through. But look at that nebulosity right there. The other one I have is the Rosette Nebula. And let's see, there it is right there. And yeah, look at the details that you get from this camera, and the star field, and that nebulosity on the lower left corner was just a bonus feature. Then you can see all the other great nebulosity associated with the with this camera. Just so impressive, the field of view that you get with this small but powerful camera. I have a couple other pictures too I need to load in. So let me load those in right now. An image file. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's bring up the, well, what's this one here? This one, the next one here, the North American Nebula. Do you have that? Yeah, it's sideways. But there you can see the Gulf of Mexico right there, and the east coast of the North America, the United States, and Canada, Upper Canada over here. But yeah, look at the nebulosity. There's the Pelican Nebula. It's kind of like up on his head. There's the head of the pelican right there. But again, look at the wide field of view associated with this camera. It's amazing, and the clarity that's so powerful with this little tiny camera. I got a couple other pictures here. Let's bring them up. Image files. Let's see here. Well, it didn't bring up the image files. Try that again. Well, it seems to be locked up here. It doesn't want to. Maybe I need to delete these other words. I don't know. They seem to be locking up on my system here. Can you hear me? Is the sound coming in?
Yeah, the sound is coming, and you can share your computer desk.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, it was. Oh, I know what was happening. Okay, let's do this. Let's go with the. Here's a narrowband image of the Heart Nebula. There it is. You got it? Yeah. Look at that. Narrowband image of the Heart Nebula. Give you an idea of that. And then let's bring the next one up. And image file. Let's see here. Boy, it's taking its time loading. I'm waiting on it. Anyway, yeah, I'm very impressed with the camera, and not to mention it's lightweight, so just about any equatorial mount will hold this camera. There we go. The oh yeah, the Pleiades. I got that. There it is, the Pleiades. Can you punch that one up? Yeah. Give you an idea of the nebulosity in and around the Pleiades, but the wide field of view of the Pleiades showing up on this camera was impressive as well. And picking up the nebulosity. I think I got one other picture here. Let's bring that up. And oh yeah, the Andromeda Galaxy. There you have it right there, the Andromeda. Look at that. I mean, usually I have problems trying to get the whole galaxy in the field of view because it's usually clipped off on the edges, but I got more to spare in and around this galaxy. It shows you, well, you know, what is it? The Andromeda Galaxy is the width of 5 full moons. So yeah, this is a tremendous wide field of view and clarity. Look at the clarity of all the stars in and around this nebulosity. I think I got a couple more. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Well, let's take a look at the camera itself. There's the camera on the AM3 mount right there, showing the lightweight. Can you get that one there?
It's loading. No problems.
Oh, it's still loading? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm just very impressed with this camera. There you can see it's such a small camera, and I got the power box on top of there as well, controlling all the power. Love that power box. What's that? The SV5. What is that? The 5.
Yeah, SV. This one. The
yeah,
SV
that's it.
one. This power adapter hub.
that is a really nice little device. I mean, it controls all my powers, and then through Nina, I can control all the ports coming out of it. So I'm really impressed with that. You got one port that's always on for power. Then you can control the other ports on or off if you want to turn things on or off or leave them on. And also the USB mounts, you can turn them on and off. So I'm very impressed with that. And then you got some variables that you can change the voltage on it from up or down. Yeah. So there I have the Topec camera on that one there. I think that's the one I use for the North American Nebula. That's similar to your other camera, the SC, what was it, 571 color? I'm anxious to try this one out too. The camera is supposed to be on the way, you say.
The camera right now is Frank testing the SC571CC.
Yeah, this is the Topec's a 571 and IMX 571 sensor as well. So I'm anxious to test out the Svbony version of this. Okay.
And as Patrick has introduced these pictures taken by SV545, you can see there a lot of pictures. No matter it's with their monochrome cameras like their hotter nebulas, and also their color cameras with like their Rosetta Nebula and their North American nebulas and the Plus, and also their galaxies of the Andromeda galaxies. And you can see this one is also very faster telescope, and its focal ratio is 4.5. And of course, compared to this one, SV535, and you can see this is the much little ones because the big difference between these two cameras is mainly about this one. As our SV545 is much like the upgraded version of our SV555, and also it's a passable design structure. So both the focusing can adjust from the both ends and the lens size. So with this one, this focuser is much more prices, and also for this one is much more like the lens. Compared to this one is much more like the refractor of the telescopes, but for this one is more like a smaller lens. It's already it's a pocket one version, especially if you have the DSLRs, and this one is much more suitable for a lot of the DSLRs, which is for the beginners, especially who want to pay less money, and with the better effects of the deep skies, special for deep skies. Okay, and so thank you for our two friends about their sharing. You can see they shared a lot of the wonderful works from no matter from the galaxy or nebulas. And right now, if you guys have any related for these products and or astronomy related questions, you can post them in the comment section, and next part, and we will go to our Q&A session, and we will select some questions of Frank and Patrick to answer. So okay, let's pick up some questions for you guys. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let me check. Okay, any question about the astrophotography and astronomy? You guys could be free to ask. What's the total weight? Let me check. New comments. Okay. Let me check. Okay. So the fans ask what's the total weight? What's the total? I think it's piggyback to my small frame, so to collect both for all the time. So for the questions, I can sharing the SV535 with this one weighs around 482 grams, and the SV545 is around weighs 980 grams. 980 grams, so it's less 1 kilograms, and this is about half a kilograms. And what does that mean? So get the weight. I think it's a piggyback to my small frame. So to collect the small frame. Okay. So okay, let me check the next questions. For Frank, and did you remove the guardians in your SAS Pro software? And that's very impressive. So Frank, this question is for you, and from Tofi.
Yes, that was done in SAS Pro. So within SAS Pro, I have ADBE, which is very similar to the script I made for PixInsight ADBE. So it does the simplified poly gradient removal first, and then it places a bunch of sample points on your image, and then does RBF gradient model fitting to do the final gradient correction.
Okay. So for the next questions, and you help me with the Mark Jennings asked, what camera would you recommend? And I'm new to the hobby and own a 6-star S50. And so what's your ideas about, Patrick? Do you have any ideas for these questions?
Well, to me, it's a no-brainer. The 571, it's the full-frame camera, would make sense to pair up with these telescopes, particularly the 545. But then again, if you're more budget-friendly, you might want to go a little bit smaller than the 571. But it looks like a good camera.
Yeah. So okay, Frank, what do you think about these questions?
Yeah, I would take the next step. I wouldn't jump in full mono. So an OSC camera is a smart move. A smaller telescope will give you better. It'll be less finicky for guiding and tracking and a bunch of things. So depending on your budget, right? You're looking at getting a mount, a telescope, a camera, and keeping with a smaller refractor is a great next step, because once you go big, the demands on the mount and the guiding and everything just go up exponentially, as Patrick can tell you. So when you're starting out, you don't want to get frustrated with the hobby, right? So the S50 got you in, got your feet wet. You want to continue that joy of the hobby and not just throw it all in the bin. So a smaller mount, a smaller refractor, get an OSC camera so you're taking color images. You're not messing with a bunch of filters right away. Maybe grab the light pollution filter. Svbony has a really great one. I have on my Newt continuously. I never take it off to help you in those light polluted areas as well. And that'll just help you progress in the hobby without getting too frustrated at times.
Yeah, and to answer Mark's question, a quick little story that I have. When I started astrophotography back in 2018, when I really got into it, I bought my first telescope, Frank, you'll love this. My first telescope was the SCT, the Celestron Edge 11-inch, which has a focal length of 2,800 millimeters. And to talk about being overwhelmed, diving into this astrophotography with such a long focal length, the 11-inch diameter or 280 millimeter lens, the tracking was horrible. I mean, I had to learn how to track, and of course your field of view is very small, so it was very, very difficult. So I would recommend do not start off with a very large focal length telescope. Go with a very small focal length telescope like the SC545 or the 503 that you have as well. Those are excellent telescopes to get into astrophotography. I think the 503 is what, f7? I would not go above f7 for the focal ratio for a beginner. Go with the smaller, wider field of view. And plus, the guiding is so much easier with the wider field of view. We call it fast telescopes. So much easier to guide and also to find your target.
Yeah, I'll say I actually started 2011 with the Nexstar 8SC, which was the 8-inch SCT on a alt azimuth. So you want to talk about bad tracking, right?
Yeah, again, an alt azimuth, that's you can use it, but you're going to have difficulty.
I even made a homemade wedge and really tried to do the best with it, but no. If you're starting out, don't do what we did.
Yeah, well, if you want to do planetary, you know, that was one of the reasons I bought the 11 inches. I wanted to get into planetary, which you need that long focal length. But again, to start with, go with the low focal or small focal length.
Yeah. So let's make a conclusion. Yes, from Frank and Patrick, they both started with a very longer focal length telescope like SCT 8 inches or Celestron 11 inches. 11 inches is both a very, very longer focal length and maybe with a very larger aperture size. And these are both very good for planetary photography and are the visual observing. And so for these questions, I just start from myself because I'm also the green hand, and I think if you from my aspects, and I know you comes with your C-Star S50. This is a really good start for the new hobbies. And but when you get along with time, maybe you want to do something by your own, do some real astrophotography by yourself. And if you want to do some planetary, and there are special planetary cameras like, or we have SV535C, which is using the 662 sensors. It's a very high frame rates for planetaries, and also SV705C, and it comes with the 585 sensors, which is both good for planetary and or beginner for this space astrophotography cameras, and it's very worth it. And of course, if you do want to get distrusted, because for the real deep sky DIY, and you have to make a lot of the choices for the mounts, and also the OTAs and the guidings, and so there are a lot of the things. I think there's a learning curve, I think, but I think it's much more easy for you can try some planetary photography, and then go to the deep space astrophotography. I think this is better. So let's check the next questions. Okay, and This question is for Patrick. And what was your exposure time on the test photos?
Well, yeah, most of these photos I took with the 5-minute subframes, 300-second subframes, and most of them were about 3 hours in length. But even with one subframe, the images were pretty nice and quite clean. But stacking them over the 3 hours of imagery produced some tremendous images, and using some of Frank's tools too. It doesn't hurt, but through PixInsight. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to do, really. Even a 60-second exposure on some of these, the brighter ones, the North American Nebula, came out really, really nice.
Okay. Okay, this one is for Frank, and I assume you have no issues integrating the camera and driver with ASL or Indy and whatever you use.
Yeah, so I'm an old school sequence generator pro user, so I don't use Nina. Yeah. So I haven't jumped into the Nina bandwagon yet, but no, they're just ASCOM drivers, so it interfaces just like any of the other cameras out there. What I really liked about this camera is it has a heater for the window, which was really cool to see when that popped up, that I can control to minimize frosting on the sensor that could happen when you're really trying to subcool it a lot. And yeah, it just interfaced really well. And then, as Patrick was saying, that power box, I have 2 power boxes on mine, and you could, I just, because as Sequence Generator Pro is old, it doesn't have the interface for them. But Svbony has software for those power boxes. So I have their software open, and you can control the ports on and off. You control the strip heaters with it, and it just works, which is great. That's usually the first thing I check is when I plug in the camera and get the ASCOM driver, does it see it right away, or am I going to spend a lot of time trying to get this camera to work? And I didn't have that negative experience with their products yet.
Okay, so there's a question for since how long you have started Patrick and Frank's, what was your first camera to use?
Well, my first camera was the Canon. Was it the number 2i EOS? The Canon. Long time ago, back in 2018, I used that with the T-ring, of course, to connect it to the telescope in itself. Then the very first dedicated astrophotography camera I bought was in 2020, I think, or 2019, was the Altair 183 camera. And yeah, that was a little bit different than the Canon. So, but yeah, and then I kept saving my money and buying additional cameras, and now I'm really liking this 571 chip sensor. Those cameras are very, very nice. And also another camera I've been using a lot that I know you don't make it, but the Altair ZW, I mean the ASI ZWO 071. That's a nice little camera too.
So I started with a Pentax K5 DSLR, and I actually sent it off to get modified. And what's interesting with that DSLR is it has the same sensor as the 071C that ASI makes. And back when I was using that DSLR, I had actually gathered a bunch of technical detail and sent it to ZWO, requesting that they get that used in production, because the sensor itself is extremely good for a color sensor. So I'd like to think I had a small hand in getting that sensor actually into an astro camera. But my very first astro dedicated camera was first production run ASI 120mm. Like, it looked like the old hockey puck thing, no cooling. Used it for planetary work. I think it was 2013. And then after that, I used that Pentax K5 for a long time. I actually built a Peltier cooling system for it, just because the sensor in there was that good, until I got an ASI 1600 mm, probably in, I want to say it was 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. So that's kind of been some of the progression. And I use a 294 chip right now, again from ZWO, but testing this 571 from Svbony it's really nice. It's a bigger sensor, again OSC, and as Patrick was saying on his Toptech one, it's just a great sensor. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw the dark frames I had. It's just low stochastic noise. There's nothing else on it, which is great. It's easy to correct then because of it. You're not getting weird. You're not getting weird issues when you're trying to integrate all your stack images. So that's what I was using.
And another thing, if you're going to be getting into astrophotography cameras, it's a good idea to buy a camera that will cool itself down, cool the sensor down, because that really helps eliminate the background noise. But here's the camera. Hey, my first camera right here. This is the Canon T2i. This is the one that I first used. Actually, I bought this probably in 2008 or so, just to shoot pictures of my garden. But then just getting a T-ring adapter for this, I was able to hook it into the telescope, and I was very impressed. But it's not a cool camera. It's cool, but it's not chilled down. It doesn't chill down the sensor.
Is that a Canon? Is that one is modified?
This one is not.
Oh,
It's just a straight out of the box Canon T2i, which they probably is going into the archives now as an old camera. It's over 20 years old, I think. This one, but it still works.
yeah. So from let's make some conclusions. And from these two guys, they both started from the DSLRs. So that's why we released of these products of our SV535, which is a very perfect fits the DSLRs, because the DSLR in general, first start of the astrophotography. And I think most of our guys like their photographies, and a lot of them maybe have their the DSLRs. Which they need maybe just a lens or the OTA tubes, and just started from it, and then they go to their modified versions cameras, and then go to their dedicated cameras, and then you go to their cooling system or version of their cameras, and from their smaller size, maybe from their 585 sensors. And also Frank had introduced 294 sensors, and which is I remember it's a 1/4 size of sensors. It's a fourth third size of the sensors. Then go to the big sensors like the here in my front place with the cooling version, and these larger sensors for SC571 sensors, and much more bigger sensors, and with a dedicated cooling system. So that's the journey of the from one step by one step, and more professionals. And of course, I think there will be a long journey of the learning things from the astrophotographies. Okay, let me check any other questions. Yeah, yeah. As Luf said, on the other hand, you will quickly learn what's important if you start big. Yeah. If you start with a very big sensors, then you will learn a lot of things. Okay, and Mark, thanks for advices, and love your hobby and fully understand your readings. Okay. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I think there will be the end of our Q&A session on parts. And let me thanks again for our two influencers and Sati Astro and Frank, and also Heavenly Backyard Astrophotography of the Patrick. And thank you so much again, friends. And by the way, please don't forget. And if you like their channels, you can follow their channels, Sati Astro and also Patrick, and they will have a lot of their contents about deep space astrophotography and something about the gears choice, and also the process of their software, how to deal with their deep sky astrophotography processing. And thank you so much again. And so you guys can take a rest. Okay, guys. So thank you again, Patrick and Frank. So you guys can take a rest. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, once again, thank you to our two friends for joining our live stream. Bye-bye.
So thanks again for our two influencers, and Frank and Patrick. And if you guys like their content, you can share. You can follow their channels down below here. There you can share down below in my frames here. You can take a follow of their channels, and you can learn a lot of things of the deep skies of the processing, and also the gears choices. Okay, so let's continue. And today's live streaming. And okay, next part we will introduce our, of course, we will here look again to our SV535 astronomy cameras, as we introduced before, and as Frank has shown us a lot of pictures. And this little guys is really not only for the deep sky, deep space dedicated astronomy cameras, and also it's very suitable for the DSLRs. And no matter it's modified or non-modified, the original DSLRs, you can try this special design for deep space astrophotography. And previously we have shown the stars it's really round and very sharp, and especially very fast for these pictures. And right now, and also and we also right now we have some special offers from these three products. And if you buy, of course you can. Right now, our two influencers have tested these two products, and you can check their videos in their channels. You can check both videos on their channels about our these three products, and you can whether you buy from their channels links or buy from our channel links. And we have the codes for your share. There will be codes for sharing, extra discounts, because there's our new products, and right now we only have some special codes on our social medias, and you can check the discount code up the pictures, and there will be a extra 7% off, 7% off for SV535 with this code, and also 6% off for our SV545, and the discount code is SV45006, and Astro 6% off on our Amazon stores. And for our SC571CC, these cameras is cooling cameras, and also it's very right now we also have a very big discount on 8% off, extra off, and through these links with this discount code. Okay, if you guys if you have are really interested in these three new products, especially for the wide field astrophotography, and please kindly consider of these two telescopes, two smaller telescopes, and okay. Let's take a look again, and for SV535 astronomy cameras and lens. And this lens, of course, as previous we have talked about, and this lens special designed for wide angle, deep space telescope photography, and making it perfect and capturing deep skies objects. And it's very so. I think the biggest one of the advantages it's really fast and only weighing only half a kilogram, so it's very light. It's very light and so smaller size, so it's a pocket size, and with easy carrying bags. And this aperture is focal ratio is f2.8 aperture size, so it's really, I think it's really efficiency compared to our previous telescopes. It's very efficiency to collecting the lights. So you can capture some images and quickly, even in a lower conditions. So it's very greatly improving the shooting efficiency with our 105 millimeters focal length, and it's very short, very short, and also you can offers a really wide field of view, making it easy to capture stunning panoramic views of the Milky Way or the Andromeda galaxy. You can try to these ones. And of course, in the terms of optical design, the SV535 uses an apo structures. You can see there's barely no chromatic versions, and effectively animating the chromatic versions, ensuring each frame is sharp and colors and accurate. So of course, here in the aperture size, this is the objective lens. It's a fully FMC multi-layers coating, and it has the contrast and enrich the colors and reduce the glares. So even under strong lights, it delivers pure and vivid images. So making the deep sky photographs more enjoyable. And also, our SV535 is compatible with all the full frame cameras. So it's perfectly capturing deep sky panoramas. And regarding interfaces, it's also offers RF and Z mount options for mirrorless cameras, and also with the Vixen style, the dovetail and AXA Swiss quick release plate. It can be quickly mounted to any the tripod or the mirrorless cameras in the backyard and or balcony. So for focusing, focusing SV535 features an integrated helical focuser. It's a helical focuser, and that supports the manual adjustment. It's fully compatible with the EF electronic focuser, and make sure using remote focusing easier and convenient. And finally, the lens support 2 inches of the astronomical filters, and here in the front sides, here you just can directly threading. There are 2 inches threading, female threadings. You can just directly put down your 2 inches astronomical filters. So it's very, very convenient for use. And of course, so in short, this SV535 is lightweight, efficient, really fast, and highly compatible with the wide-angle deep sky astrophotography lenses. And whether it's a panoramic deep sky shots or detailed nebula images, it delivers a very professional level results. So Right now, okay. So right now, our Amazon stores still have extra exclusive discount at 7% off. And so, if you want to check about this one, please don't forget using the SV535 this code, and you can get an extra discount. Okay, so this is all about our SV535 and Vanessa and please Lassie to introduce this SV545.
Yes, next, I want you to look at the SV545 astrophotography telescope. This one. Yeah, very popular one. This telescope can be considered at a microphone below. Okay, this telescope can be considered a professional product for full frame deep sky photography. Yeah, full frame deep sky photography. Whether you are shooting the Milky Way panorama or a complex deep sky nebula, this SV545 can deliver the stunning image quality. And later I will show you some real images shooten by our SV545. You can just looking forward just for a little while. Okay, first, I want to tell you why the SV545 is so popular. And in the whole process, please follow us and tap likes. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask in the whole process. Thank you so much. Okay, the SV545 features a 203mm focal length and 5f4.5 large aperture design. This means it has extremely highlight throughput and shooting efficiency. That means it allows you to get a stable image even under the faint night sky light, and can help you to easily capture every details of the vast starscape. Yeah, so what you get is very accurate and very clear sky, and you can see a lot of details. And with a 44mm large imaging circle, it perfectly supports the full frame cameras, ensuring the sharpness from the center to the edges and giving every shot a professional level image quality. And in the optical design, SV545 also very perfect. It uses an APO pitable optical style system. It's effectively reducing the chromatic aberration to ensure every star point is precise. And you will get the precise bright with natural, true-to-life color reproduction. So later we will share the images to you, show them by the SV545. You can check the details, and you can see the star points, and you will get the precise, bright, natural, and true-to-life color one. Moreover, it features a built-in fount flattener, and yeah, you can check this. It's very beautiful and gorgeous, right? And it features a built-in fount flattener that minimizes the optical distortion, guarantees sharpness from edge to center in full-frame shots. This is especially important to deep sky photography. It can allows you to capture the galaxies or nebula with the impassable image quality. In terms of operation, the SV545 is also very user-friendly. Even if you are the first time and you want to try it, you can feel free to give yourself one chance. And no worry about the operation because it's user-friendly. It comes with an integrated helical focuser, offering the smooth and precise manual focusing, so you can easily lock in every detail of the starscape. Even better, it supports the EF electronical focuser, for a user for remote control via computer, enabling unattended shooting and making long exposure deep sky photography much easier and worry-free. So if you like this thing and you want to try it first and shoot in the skies like this and share it with your friend, with your family, and in your another social platform to get a new experience, you absolutely can try it. Especially for the astronomy area, I think you must give yourself one chance to try it first, because life is all about experience. Because if you buy it in Amazon, you will get the 30 days my back guarantee and the 7 days no reasons return. So at least you receive it and you got 1 month. You can find sunny evening to find a place to try it first. It's free for you. Yeah. In summary, so the Svbony SV545 not only breaks through traditional optical performance with a large imaging circle, the low chromatic aberration and sharp edges, but also it can provide an extremely smooth user experience. So whether you are focusing the manually or remotely, for astronomy enthusiasts pursuing professional full-frame deep sky photography, the one SV545 is undoubtedly an ideal choice, allowing to easily capture the mystery of the new universe, like here. Okay, just to check that. That's really amazing. Okay, so I want to tell you a good news today. Okay, if you order in the live stream, you will get a priority shipping chance. Okay, you can use our discount code. Okay, check the link in the comment section later. The code SV545006 on Amazon to enjoy a 60% discount. Okay, like the SV535 code, the discount is valid until the end of March and is available on Amazon sites in the United States, UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. Okay, let's take a look at some real shots taken with the SV545. We will also answer some questions about the SV545. So if you have any questions now, again, you can ask here and Mike will answer you. Okay, and let's just enjoy this.
Okay. Yes, I checked their Alton astrophotographer. Hi, Alton. Hi, Hunter. How are you doing? Yeah. He said ultra wide field imaging is so much fun in winter and summer skies. And how many nebulas you can catch in one FOV? They're great challenge. Yeah. Yes. The ultra wide field, and I think this is a very good point that for why some guys like their longer focal lengths, longer focal lengths, and why somebody is longer their very short focal lengths. And the most difference is that for longer focal lengths, some guys want a lot of the details. Maybe want to see much more details. Want to see their some very very far away small target, like the very small galaxy, like the Needle Galaxy, and some other maybe Whirlpool Galaxy, and a lot of smaller galaxies. You want to see a lot of their details. Maybe you want to vary with a focal with a longer focal length. But when you have some fun, want to make more framings. You want more framings with a lot of the different targets, and also some details about the targets, and want a lot of the targets in one framing. This will be very much more fun, especially in summer times. Yes, our Milky Ways, there are very many nebulosity in the center of the Milky Way direction. So we want to this frame much more, how to say, diversity, maybe diversity, a lot of diversity of things, targets in this one single frame. I think the wide field, yes, in the summer times, you want to some other Milky Way targets. You can check about, and also in the winters, especially like the Orion Nebula, and also the Horsehead Nebula, and also how to say, there's a lot of ring nebulosities, and together at the same time in one frame, and these smaller refractors, and with a really fast is a perfect choice for ultra wide field astrophotographies. So there will be different. I think different telescopes and refractors. You have different funds when you take the astrophotographies. And so And also, by the way, and guys, expect okay, and let me check. And also, just like the previous we have shown, is this one, our SC571CC, and this cameras here, below here is a cooling system, and also, this is a very very larger sensor size. Okay, it's a very very large sensor size. This Svbony SC571CC cooled color astronomical camera, and our very high performance APS-C camera design especially for deep sky astrophotography, and whether you're capturing distant galaxies or faint nebulae. And this camera, these OSC cameras is very performance very good, and although it's a APS-C common sensors measuring around 223 times 15.7 millimeters, this larger sensor size, and offering a remarkable 26 megapixels resolution. So it's really nice, and also with their efficient back illuminated design, it captures sharp stars and thin deep skies objects with clean and detailed data. And as previously Frank has shown the SETI Astro, and their flats really neat, and with very very lower noises with these cooling fans, and with no, of course, around very very AMPs, very very low AMPs. You can see barely no AMPs, and to ensure clear images even in challenging conditions, this one cameras comes with infrared window glass heater, and which effectively prevents dual and consideration. And so the infrared glass has a glass heater, so you don't worry about either, especially winter, and also the fall and spring. Early springs have some dual heaters, so it prevents the dews. So it solves a lot of problems. About the heater is fully integrated and can be controlled via software, so allowing you activate the heating and the defog directly. So it's a very nice function, especially for the winter's captures, and this feature safeguards image quality and maximizes productive imaging time even in damp and cold environments. So the second dual stage TC cooling system capable of the lowering the sensor temperature to 35 degrees, and it reduces the dark current noise very much, and while the metal heat dissipation design ensures stability during long deep sky exposures, give you confidence during extended imaging sessions. And the SC571CC comes with a range of the telescopes, including the Apple's refractor Newtons and RCs and the callitropic scopes, and delivering sharp and detailed images around the medium to the long focal length, and with their 16-bit ADC and up to 14 stops of dynamic range. So, and also have the HCG functions, and so the tonal transitions are very smooth, and the faint details are very preserved, and making it ideal for deep sky images. Okay, and also this is our special design. We have our data transfer reliable with a faster our USB 3 Type-C, and it's a Type-C, and it's a very universal Type-C cables, and it also has a lock here, and so it's very tightly so you don't worry about of the cables of the losing. And also it's a built-in of the DDR3 buffers, so you don't worry about the frame, the speed. So it has 512 MB, so DDR3. So it's the buffering is very slow, and the speed where the frame will really transfer is very fast. So you don't worry about the transfer data. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you guys using the discount code and this SC571CC 08 on our Amazon, and you can enjoy an extra 8% discount off. It's really a lot because the original price is $1,299, which is the lower. Which is a lower price, plus this extra 8% is around $100. So the price is only $1,199, which is the lowest price for this S571 sensors. You can check out all of the brands about these sensors. You will find our Svbony provide always the lowest price for these sensors of cameras. So that's about our today's three products introducing. And okay, let me check. So by the way, and last I want to also to introduce again. Right now is our European stores, and our Amazon European stores already have great our Amazon Spring sales right now, especially on our Amazon stores right now. European stores right now from the March 10th to March 16th already begins. There will be our Amazon stores of spring sales, and it has a lot of great price discounts. And if you want to check about our price, check out if you have any gears and equipments you want and you're looking for, please kindly check out about our Svbony direct store or Svbony Amazon stores. And right now we have the spring sales from the March 10th to 16th, our European, and also March 25th to March 31 to these days, we will have our North America stores will have their spring sales. So that's about our today's live streaming. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we are so happy to invite these two influencers and our friends Frank and also Patrick together today, and to sharing their works. And if you guys want to check more about the pictures, please follow this channel, and we will bring more extra discounts or the special events and our activities and experiences for new products. You can follow our channel and also and this YouTube channel or Facebook communities, Facebook group, and we will have a lot of activities for you guys. So, okay, let me check and again have any questions. Hey, hello everyone. Almost everyone in my own community had one as well. Yes, we also have the right now. It's besides our 9-year our spring sales, because right now we are having our 9th years anniversary, 9th years of the anniversary of our Svbony, and a lot of products. And during this time, from the right now we have a lot of products on their sales, and So and not only our spring sales, and also it's our 9th anniversary, our Svbony brand, and our SV5 brand, this brand, our missions is to make the astrophotograph and the optics, and no matter it's astronomy equipment and or sports optics equipment is much more affordable for our guys. I'm also a photographer, and sometimes the gears really cost a lot of money, right? I can understand cost a lot of money, no matter from the telescopes and the accessories, the cameras and the mounts and the guidings, a lot of things, and the softwares maybe for processing, they cost a lot of money. And for Svbony brand, our mission is to give you a better choice and much more affordable and budgets with of course with a really nice quality. If you compare to other brands, we provide also very stable and very good qualities in the same price, And if we provide the same qualities, we will provide better prices, and you can check a lot of and make a comparison. There's no problems. Okay, so Nancy.
Yeah, let's bring tonight live stream to an end. I want to tell you one more time. We don't live every day, but when we live, we bring some discount. So if you really like it, you really can grab your chance to check the link first, and you can also check some comments to see some real feedback, or you can just tap and search Svbony in Facebook or YouTube to know more, and you finally will find 9th anniversary year, 2026. It's not because our service is good, but also our product itself really deserve you to try it first. We hope that tonight you not only learn more about Svbony products, but also gain some knowledge from Patrick and Frank's sharing. Okay, now you can, if you didn't follow us, you can click our photo and subscribe it, because in the future we also sometimes prepare some live stream, and we prepare some maybe amazing knowledge and sharing here, and especially the discount.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, to accompanying with us about 2 hours, and thank you so much. And so see you in our next live streaming, and our next live streaming will be our in the end of this month, which is the beginning of our spring sales of our North American Amazon stores. And so wish everyone clear skies, and thank you so much, guys, again, and have a good day. Okay, bye bye, guys.